Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your weekly astrological overview for week commencing the 16th of September. When I look at any week, I look at the big aspects, and the big aspects often come at a more strategic level. So this is not necessarily the inner planets which give us fleeting emotions. This is the stuff that moves slower, that has a more subtle impact on us. And Pluto, the planet of truth and transformation and power, has been in retrograde for the last 5.5 months. In the middle of this week, it ends that and starts to go forwards. I think that will be helpful. It also forges a fine, exact link with Saturn for much of this week. Saturn, remember, is about structure. So if you've got one planet that's about change and one that's about structure, which are cooperating with one another, something can be shaping up in your situation. It may not be fully fleshed out at the moment, but it can be giving you a sense of purposefulness, a hope that something is evolving and getting better. If you've been working on something for a very long time, you may be seeing something that's very solid, and you may be absolutely delighted with the results. But the complication this week is that Venus goes alongside Saturn. Venus is cutesy, it's alluring, it wants to be loved, but it can be a bit coy. Saturn is very demanding and exacting. It wants total commitment and sincerity. A relationship which lacks this could come to a close. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. Friendship, colleague, close romantic relationship. Or one can get one mighty lot closer. And that's because of Pluto's role. Pluto is cooperating with Venus too. And this can make us all aware of the intensity, but the importance of certain people in our lives. So profoundness, sincerity is what it's all about as far as relationships are concerned this week. And you will want people to accept you on your terms, but you also need to be open to accept them on their terms too. If there's a disparity, that's where the problems can ensue. But this is also a week when there's a lot of electrical energy in the heavens, which is coming from Uranus. Watch out for the news headlines. There can be press releases about new devices to do with electronic gadgets, health aids, anything which is groundbreaking or sci-fi can be very much to the fore. Also, zany, unusual behaviour can also find its place. There can be quite a lot of debate about the rights and wrongs of a situation, but this might be a much more free debate in certain situations. In other situations, as we know, with Uranus continuing to clash with Pluto, there's a ruthless desire to maintain the status quo and stop freedom of speech, and that's been played out in certain parts of the Middle East and even in places like Russia with their policies against equalities, gay people, and so on. So it's not all going to be a bed of roses, but if you are an innovative person who likes different things and likes to break the mold, this can be your week to shine. There's also a full moon which occurs on Thursday. This full moon occurs in the very gentle Pisces, and this is kind of saying to all of us to listen to our spiritual side, to listen to our instincts, to our sixth sense. Don't be just focused only on the facts and figures and how things appear in reality. Everything has a more ephemeral meaning, and that's what we need to try and grasp too. That's not always easy. By the very end of this week, the Sun is preparing to leave Virgo and enter into Libra, which gives us a chance to again get back into debates, and listening skills are going to become more important. So that's a trend that becomes more to the fore as this week draws to a close. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye for now.